Oh boy. Well, another thorn in the side for us PC builders and enthusiasts, or anybody out there looking to build their first gaming PC or whatever workstation. Now, RAM prices have gone historically insane. As a quick example, this Flare kit here from G Skill, which Micro Center used to sell in bundles, which they do not anymore. They're just selling the motherboards and CPUs, has gone from like I used to be able to get this stuff for like 65 bucks right out of Micro Center or even Amazon, go up, fluctuate up and down a little bit, maybe $80. Now is 229 bucks for 32 gigs of nothing special, just basic RAM. So here's an example. This is, 200. It's actually more. There's another kit, 400. Let's add this one here. 6 something, at this point. And let's take this kit here. This is, now we're up to 800, over $800, probably 900 bucks in total for 4 memory kits. This is like a 5070 Ti, possibly a 5080. So straight insanity. I think this is crazy. The faults for this, SK Hynix and Samsung have shortages of DDR5 due to AI data center BS. So once again, just like the GPU market, AI has flooded everything. That's what everybody, that's where the money's at. So us gamers and anybody that wants to just build a nice home PC, we get stiffed and we pay the price, which is ridiculous. Apparently, according to reports, this isn't going to get better for another 4 years, they're saying, with RAM prices. So now you've just got one more thing that's an expensive element to a PC build. I want to keep this video short and sweet, but it made me a little upset because I saw some memes and I was like, oh, I wonder if it's really gone up that bad, because I stock a lot of RAM. Like, I probably have 20 kits laying around, and then not including the kits that are in my system. So I have 3 PCs around me. They all have pretty high-end RAM in them. And it's worth a ton. An example here is if I were to take not even all the RAM I have in here, like all the DIMMs laying around, I could buy a 5090 right now, which is insane. Even if I sold them at a discount of like what retail is now, which I won't do. I'm going to hold on to it. I think it's messed up what's going on. If I have a build coming up soon, like, a customer, I'm going to sell it to him for what I paid for it. And a lot of people might think I'm crazy, but I just feel like it's fair. It's what I paid. I'm just trying to get, what I have in it out of it. That's it. So yeah, just another challenge for us. So now, you might have to skimp on your case or your cooler or your motherboard or whatever, because you need to buy RAM. And your basic 6,000 megahertz kits seem to be really expensive. I've noticed that some of the higher speeds, 8,000 mega transfers, 7200, some of the stuff that might be better suited for Intel is actually kind of near where it was. It's still got an increase on it, but it's not quite as bad as like your just basic, RAM modules. Like this stuff has gone through the roof. Paying $229 for these 2 sticks is insane. I've literally given these away to people that needed, they just had a bad DIMM or whatever. I'm like, look, just take it. It's fine. You've built a couple PCs with me. Now this is gold. But I think it is literally insane. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. And the thing that's frustrating too is I did a little bit of a deep dive into this. So SK Hynix actually had like the best profit quarter they've ever had. And what makes more sense? Charge more. I understand there may be a shortage or whatever the deal is, but I feel like we get half the story. It's the same thing with 50 series when it dropped. Like they had these retail prices that were going to be this much, and then it was crazy money when they actually dropped. And like, is the value really there? Not really. Compared to like 40 series was a huge jump compared to 30 series for NVIDIA. AMD did the same thing. They kind of promised some decent pricing. Now this cards are still really high. So right now it's just a super tough time to build a PC. And I ask, people ask me all the time, is it a good time to build a computer right now? I'm like, no. The last time I said like it was a like build now was November maybe of last year. Like 40 series still around. I was like, look, if you're gonna build one and you want a really nice rig, do it now, because I suspect things are gonna get very, very bad with the political climate, with tech and what's been going on and all the companies, like, looking at some data. And unfortunately, I was correct. So I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. How frustrated are you? How much does this screw you guys up for your future build plans? Or if you have a small business where you build PCs, or you're building one for, you know, your son or your daughter, your wife, whatever. How much of a stick in the side is this issue? So yeah, RAM is now like crack. And we'll be fighting in the streets over it. So you guys have a good night. See you on the next one. Happy building or not building because you can't afford RAM. Peace out. Take care.